Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast of three brothers trying to figure it all out, with your hosts Brandon, Colin, and Aaron. On this week's show, only one in lederhosen. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hold on. Hello. Aaron. Aaron, can you hear me? Aaron! I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Come on. Aaron, I can hear you. No, come back.
Wait, can you hear me now?
I can. Hi.
What the heck?
I think it was on my... Now you're on mute. Why are you muted?
I don't know.
Hello.
Okay. Trying that. Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, that's
okay. Good. That was weird.
All right.
Never done that before.
No, it's okay. It's all good. I think some of that was on my end too. I was switching inputs a little too fast, and it was not.
Because usually it has the screen where it has your face, and then, but it wouldn't. It was muted, but I had to swipe over, and it says done speaking, and then I press the button for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
Don't like it. Different. But hello.
Boy.
No, excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. But yeah, hello. What are we doing? What do we got going on?
I don't know. I'm writing down the date today.
Yeah. Gotta do all the notes. Chabra.
And I've got to keep an eye on the front porch. They've got that dog coming who knows when.
Yeah, so what is happening? What are you doing?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm dog sitting.
Yeah.
But I thought he had originally said, oh, he's going to be here at I don't know, when he dropped off the dog, he was 1:00, but then in a text, he was 3:00. And then at 2:47, he said, actually, it's going to be 4:00. Oh,
cool.
Yeah, I was great.
Cool.
And now I just have
all right.
Yeah.
You're just kind of waiting on him just to get there.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
What dog is it?
It's a dog.
Nice.
Dog. It's got 4 legs and dog stuff.
Okay. Very nice, very dog-esque of you. I like it. What other dogs do you got with you? Are you watching multiple dogs or just that dog?
Just that dog.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Mia and Sadie, but then Sadie stayed at someone else's house and Mia came to us.
Yeah.
Cheryl. That's our exciting news. Yeah, I'm doing that. That's my today stuff. And
It's your today stuff.
And I'm cleaning all of the upstairs carpets. Fun.
Oh, okay.
I know, real cool of me.
Where's the rest of the fam at?
They're at Dad's. They went to.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they went down to Dad's. Mostly just because it was going to be a great weekend and to be outside. And then secondarily, because we still had dogs here, I was like, well, if it's kind of hard to clean carpets with 2 little children running around.
True.
So,
yes.
So I was like, okay, well, we'll just clean the whole upstairs and the stairs, and get all of that done while they're down there. So that's
I like it. Okay.
Yes. Mini birds.
Very nice.
One stone. Or something.
There was actually just another spider in the house, and Megan ran away.
We evacuated.
That sounds all right.
We're all well, you know, I mean,
It's the real story.
not too far from zero. Yeah, other than that, we're not doing a whole lot. So dog sat last weekend. More dog sitting stories because these are fun. Dog sat last weekend. Owners were out of town. Owners come back home on Wednesday. They get a knock on their door. It is a police officer. Police officer says, have you seen anybody? Have you seen anything suspicious over at your neighbor's house? And she was like, no, we just got back from a trip. Our dog sitter was over here though. And they're like, great. Could you give us their contact information? And I was like, so she did that, and she called me, and she was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I gave your contact information to this police officer. Apparently somebody's been murdered next door.
What?
Oh. What?
So,
and then what happened?
So she was like, it was kind of weird. Her dogs were staying at our house, but they still had a rabbit that needed to be checked on and fed once a day. So I was only going over once a day to check on the rabbit. And so she was like, did you see anything? And I was like, no, I was only over at your house for like 11 minutes at a time because that's how long it took me to check for packages on the front porch, to cut the food and take the food out. And then I left, right, and take a picture and leave. And I said, I honestly didn't even look over at that side. And she was like, she goes, we've lived here for 20 years and I couldn't even tell you what color their front door is. So, I understand. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
So I was like, are you serious now? So cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Don't know if that's the right word for that. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, the crazy stuff that you find, but it's one of those things of like, unfortunately that stuff happens. It's just crazy to think about that because they were like, it happened Saturday or Sunday. And it was like, well, yeah, I was over there at least once a day. I was over there once a day, both days, but I didn't see anything. So I haven't heard anything from it. I doubt if I will hear anything from the detective because the owner did say, he was only over here once a day, blah, blah. So probably not. But if I do, it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, neat. That sounds fun for you.
So, note to self. Observe the surroundings more carefully.
Right.
That's
yeah, well, it is, it is one of those things where you're just like, I go over there and I'm vigilant, especially whenever it's early morning or late at night, but I'm vigilant for like my safety, right? I am looking kind of at the middle distance, seeing if anything's suspicious there, making sure the door is locked, checking my back before I enter and I exit, all that kind of stuff. I'm not really looking around going, was that car here yesterday? Was that door open? Was, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how I go in. But now it's like, I guess. Weird.
Wow.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Holy cow.
I know she said that. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Come again?
Good grief.
Well, that kind of makes it good for an interesting Halloween story. Think about it.
I guess so.
I don't like that. No, I don't like that kind of Halloween story. But yeah, other than that, that's been my exciting week.
Wow. Well, yeah, you win. Like,
Okay.
I got nothing on that. That's it.
Fine.
I made a graph. I guess that's all I got.
Ooh, what kind of graph? Bar graph, line graph.
Yeah, we finished our bar graph. I think, did I talk about the viscosity experiment thing on here? Did I talk about that?
Maybe remind us.
I don't remember. I don't know if I talked about it or not. It was it was our we kind of ended our thing on with that. We're talking about like viscosity in relation to like lavas and volcanoes and things.
Oh sure.
Right. And so we did a race where we did just like, I think I had 6 random things. Like they're basically condiments, like ketchup, mustard, taco sauce, like just random stuff I had in the house. Except for the shampoo. I had some shampoo that nobody else was using. So I was like, I'm going to take this. And we just did a fluid race to talk about viscosity. So we had to like see which one was going to, we had to do our hypothesis about which one do you think is going to win. And then I just put them on a board, right? A big, I covered it in a trash bag because I didn't want to clean it up. And I put it on the table and just like, we started out flat and we had groups and so you got time it. It was 3, 2, 1, go. And I just lifted it up to almost vertical. And we timed how long it went to the piece of tape I had marked as the finish line. That's what we did. Our viscosity race. And then we made a graph about it because graphing. Hooray for graphing. So we did.
Nice.
It's about as exciting as my week got, though.
I like it.
Except for we did. Yesterday, I showed them the Halloween traditional video about the school ghost at the school, like working.
What?
The alleged school ghost.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So there's yeah. So a long time ago, some of the kids and Susan made this like video of like ghost hunting in the school, right? And it's really cringy and super cheesy.
And awesome.
Right. Well, it's great. The kids love it because it's just so ridiculous. But there are like these like urban legends in town, right? What about the haunted school or whatever? Because there was like allegedly, well, not even allegedly. Like there was like all these weird stories, but the school ghost is apparently named Dewey. Hangs out, does stuff. And that's what goes on.
Does he like decimals?
Name. Sort of. 2 stories that have merged, 2 like historical stories that have merged together to create some sort of like, you know, the legend of Dewey. Mm-hmm. And they, so like a long time ago, like 1940s, maybe, the town doctor had his funeral in the gym. Because like he was a town doctor and he was like super popular and everybody wanted to come to his funeral and none of the churches in town were big enough. So they had it in the gym.
Okay.
So that is part of the legend. Right. And another part of the legend is when they built the high school gym in like the 70s, maybe, I think is when it was built. Like one of the construction workers, again, this is alleged because I've heard this story like 6 different ways.
Okay.
Somehow, construction accident guy falls off the roof, dies. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So somehow these 2 legends have merged together to create school ghost thing. Right.
Okay.
So that's what it's just a bit of stuff, right? There's like there are like custodians that legitimately say that they have been at school at night and hear basketballs bouncing in the gym.
Ooh.
And they go in there and there's nobody there. It's all dark.
Yeah.
Lights are all off. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Right? Like random things like falling over. That kind of like stuff. So there are people who like legitimately are like, no, for real though.
Hmm.
And then there's other custodians who are like, blah, hogwash. You know what I mean? It's very divisive, but there are.
Sounds like it.
So I just showed the video to the kids, and some of them were like, "Yo, I'm not going to the gym anymore." I'm not. Like,
That's enough for me. It
and
turns out.
the best part is that there's a in the video they go down because they're like, "Oh yeah, no, he hangs out in the basement," right? And so just because that is legitimately the creepiest room in the whole school, so they used it in the video as like a thing. And half of the kids were like, "There's a basement? What are you talking about?" So the school has this old boiler room from when that section of the school was built in the 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we have 2 gyms. I should have made that clear earlier. That would have made more sense, listeners. Sorry. The funeral was that took place was in the old gymnasium, which is now where the elementary school kids play. The one where the death allegedly has occurred is in the high school gym. So it's down the thing a little bit. So we have 2 gyms. Mm-hmm. The boiler room is basically underneath the old gym. And it is like, you go down there. I've been down there once. It's this room. It's a pretty good sized room. And it's like, there's this pit in there. And it's currently full of water just because of, like, it leaks in there real bad. And so there's about when I was down there in the summer, there's about a foot or so of water. Okay. Maybe more. Creepy. In there. And it's just like dank and this nasty old concrete. And there's like weird stuff like in the water, like old pieces of playground equipment and like trash and like bricks and stuff. Oh my God. And there's all these walls, and all the walls and windows that were there have been bricked up. And then they backfilled it in because there was a coal chute there where they would shovel it into the boiler, which was where they got all the heat and stuff from. And then there's this massive hole that goes into the wall that sort of disappears off into nothing, which is one of the main steam pipes, right? So it's legitimately a creepy place. And I took some of the kids down there in summer school. So there was a handful of kids in my class. Like one of the girls went, "Wait, is that where we went? Summer school?" I was like, "Yeah." She went, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
So we did
score 1 for creepy basements.
This is great. But yeah, the kids were like, "Wait a minute. There's a basement? What are you talking about?" Like, "Oh yeah." And it's legitimately creepy and nasty.
And not okay.
Don't really want to go down there. It smells funny and it is full of water most of the time. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
But like that's what we did yesterday. It was my Halloween fun in the afternoon.
Like it.
Good times. Just watched the thing. Talked about the school ghost. So yeah, some of them were like, whatever. Some of them were like, that's really cool. And some of them were like, yep, never coming back to school again. Sorry.
Do remote learning. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Because again, it's one of those things where, like, depending on the staff member you talk to, they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's garbage." But if you like talk to like the business teacher who's been there for a million years, like she was actually Susan's teacher. This is what we're talking about here. She's like, no, it's definitely real. You're like, what? Hold on.
That's awesome.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I love it. I remember that section in, was it Mr. Who was that? Who we did like haunted places in Missouri? Was that in high school?
That was Mr. Garrigan.
Mr. Garrigan, right?
We watched a video that he had that was like the spook lights and all that stuff.
I remember that. Yeah.
Good old spook light.
And
does that count as Missouri? I always counted that as Oklahoma. I don't know.
Well, so there is allegedly there is a spook light in Miami, but there's apparently another one in the Ozarks.
It's probably
somewhere.
The same one. It's fine.
Right.
Because I always heard it was down towards Oklahoma. I've never actually seen this, but I don't know if it's like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. It's in the tri-state area somewhere. But I don't actually know.
When I was still at NEO, there were some of us that journeyed to search for the spook light, and because obviously we wanted to see like if it was a real thing. And I just remember we're all just kind of like awkwardly standing out in the road, and like a county sheriff pulls up and he's like, "What are you all doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're trying to find the spook lights." And he's like, the next road over, and we're like, "Oh, thank you." And so we all just kind of like,
I like how he's like, "Yeah, it's just over there. It's fine."
Yeah. But I never did anything else. But I knew a lot of my friends that went to the albino farm. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I've heard of this as well. I never actually went there either.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, there's some of my friends that journeyed to the albino farm, which I don't know where it is, but I just heard
out.
It's a thing.
I don't remember where it is. I kind of know. Like I know it's out north of. What is that like? You know where Highland Milk is on Kearney Street?
Yes.
Right? That's over. It's north of that.
A little bit.
Somewhere.
Huh.
Yes. Yes. Allegedly, listeners, for those of you not in the Springfield, Missouri area, which is most of you, I imagine. Hello, Germany. By the way, how's it going?
Shut up.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Good pandering. Keep it up.
Yeah, the albino farm legend is basically like, and jump in if I get this wrong because I haven't heard this in a long time. Mm-hmm. I actually forgot about it till just right now. Was like there was a farm, right, and then there was like a guy who was like the hand or something, like a hired hand to work there, and he was like an albino individual, and he ended up murdering the family. Yes, is that right? If something like that.
If I remember correctly, it was something like it was like a Girl Scout camp or a Girl.
No, that's a separate thing. That's a separate.
Okay. Sorry. Go on.
We'll come to that one next because I was thinking about that one too.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Well, I had heard. So there, I think there were two separate ones. I think there was the Hatchet Bridge where the guy murdered the family with the hatchet, and if you stopped on the bridge, you would hear the thumping of the feet of the person who was hanged above it.
That's what that is. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah. You're supposed to like turn your car off and it like won't start again, right?
Whatever.
Isn't that it?
Hear the feet from anyway. And then the albino farm, though, I think there was like legends of the owner of the property conducting experiments on people with albinism, and like torturing them in his basement or something like that. I think that's what I remember of that.
I just thought it was killing the family, so maybe it was, I don't know. It's one of those weird things. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what? It's probably all of them. Those are all the rumors.
It's probably all of those things. I wonder if I can Google Springfield albino farm. I don't know.
Yeah,
I bet you I can.
Because I think I was talking with Shelby about like we're talking about like cryptids and things like that, and there was a guy that was like a psychology.
When I type in albino, just so you know, the first thing that came into Google was albino farm, Springfield, Missouri.
Hey,
talk about SEO. Yeah. What?
Boom. You're the only one that talks about that, but that's fine.
But so I remember talking about cryptids and things, and I believe it was Shelby. We're talking about like, you know, because like in Sasquatch, and then there's the Arkansas like swamp ape or something like that. But like in Missouri, we had the Ozark Howler. And what? Yeah, you never heard of the Ozark Howler?
I don't believe so.
Well, you are missing out.
Hello.
Yes.
Aaron.
Oh,
he's still.
Oh no.
Not really. I don't know the full. You still hear me?
What? Hi. You.
Yeah. Now I can.
Muted. Hello. I don't know what happened. Tell us about the Ozark Howler. Is it me? Hello?
No, because I can still hear you.
Oh.
And it says he's still here.
Hi, Aaron. If you are talking, you are now muted.
I returned.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey.
I returned from the crypt.
Tell us
Hello.
about the Ozark Howler.
What was I talking about? Sorry.
The Ozark Howler.
Howling.
Yeah, so it just something that there was like one of those cryptid creatures like in the Ozark area that had the like a strange howl that it did at the night. And what does Google say about it? Because there's something specific.
According to the Wikipedia page for Ozark Howler,
you got me.
The creature is bear-like in shape with gray-colored shaggy coat. It received
Probably
photographs. Someone received photographs purported to be images of the creature from a viewer. No claims. That's all. That's not very exciting. Cryptids.fandom.com. That'll have a much better explanation.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, it's known as the Ozark Black Howler, the Hoo-hoo, the Nightshade Bear, and the Devil Cat.
What was that second one?
Hoo-hoo, H-O-O-H-O-O. But you gotta say the hoo-hoo. The hoo.
Yeah, but that's, what the heck? Okay.
It's terrifying, the hoo-hoo.
Yeah, man, so scary. What a scary name.
Get on down to the hills, the hoo-hoo's coming for it.
I think it's a reference to a Native American name, but go on.
Okay. It's typically described as bear size, thick body, stocky legs, black shaggy hair, glowing red eyes, prominent horns. Its cry is often described as being a combination of a wolf's howl, an elk's bugle, and the laugh of a hyena.
All right. There we go.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Interesting. So this, back to the albino farm for a moment. Yes, it does appear that the legend of the Hatchet Bridge and the legend of the albino farm have merged into some sort of bizarre singular story.
Interesting.
There is reference here, Colin, yes, of a story about dungeons filled with albino people, or possibly a albino colony, or perhaps a caretaker that would scare people, a caretaker for the house who was had albinism that would chase people away with an axe. So several strange.
See, I said all of them, didn't I?
Very bizarre versions of the same thing. So there we go. This is part of it.
Perfect. There you go.
There we go. Now, Aaron also brought up the Girl Scout camp thing. I don't actually remember that. I just know all I ever remember hearing about was Girl Scout camp equals bad, scary, but I didn't ever know why.
Yes.
No, I think it was. I think if I remember correctly, it's off of Lake Springfield, and
yeah, I think it's right over there, right by that railroad bridge thing. Yeah, is it right over there?
Is that what that is?
I thought so. I thought it was just over there in the woods. It's like an abandoned little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if that was ever an actual camp or what, but I think the legend goes is that there was a camp of girls that were a Girl Scout troop was camping, and they were all like brutally murdered while they were camping, and so now their ghosts haunt that little area.
Let's Google haunted Girl Scout camp, Springfield, Mo. This apparently is an actual thing. Yeah, Lake Springfield. K. Undergroundozarks.com. That's suitably. Yes, this is a suitable website design for that title. No offense to whoever made this.
Gosh, judge you much.
I know. Well, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't actually say here. Just a bit. Yeah, it was some sort of camp.
Okay.
Winoka. Maybe. Well, no. The truth, unfortunately, is that there is never actually Girl Scout camp in Springfield where Girl Scouts were murdered.
Aww.
Or what? Or are they just covering it up?
The truth. So there you have it.
I know.
Solved all of those with a quick Google. Why don't people do that?
There you go. Legendarily Girl Scout murder.
Allegedly. Anyway, all this talk. If the listeners couldn't tell, we may or may not be recording this on Halloween. It's not going to come out for.
It's true. Colin texted us and said, or we could just record right now, and then we started. So, we're never really prepared, but this one was like, right now? Okay, let's go.
Right now. I didn't help by leading with a story of an actual murder next door to that.
That's true.
That did kind of sully the tone. Set the.
It's fine. It goes with the stream of consciousness of the show anyway, so it's fine. It just. It's on brand, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Totally. That's all it is.
What creepy legends do you have in your area? Let us know.
I was going to ask what costumes Lily and Noah were going to wear for Halloween, but then Colin started off with murder.
It's not.
Look, it's still the theme of the show. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. We get.
So, I don't know. I want you guys to guess. What do you think Lillian is going as?
Podcast host. She has a microphone. She just walks around.
I could do that. That would be really funny. Oh man! Next year we'll do.
Next year.
Aaron?
I was going to say something like one of those famous Instagram dog watchers.
Instagram dog moms.
Dog, yes. And then Noah's going to be the dog. Right. And she's going
to... No. Lillian is going as a princess.
That's right.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Don't know if I've said this or not before, but the dress looks suspiciously like a Frozen character.
We talked about this last week a little bit because you said you've never actually seen Frozen.
Never actually seen it. Yeah, and then Noah is going as a construction worker. And,
yes.
Okay.
In memoriam of all of his friends that fixed his sidewalk / street.
Okay. So super sweet. I don't know if I told you, but we went to the chiropractor on Monday because we go once a week, just get adjusted as a family for blah blah. We come back. The crew is working on the sidewalk out here. The kids wore their costumes to the chiropractor because they got a prize for doing that, right? And it ended up being
just because they need to wear more than once. They got to wear them all the time.
100%. Right? And it was like $5 at the local froyo place, and I was like, awesome. And so we get home, and the crews are out there, and Noah, do you want to go say hi? So Noah he's got these winter boots, which are kind of like a brown leather, so they look like work boots. And he's got his jeans on. He's got his bright vest on with his tools on the tool belt. He's got a hard hat. And he walks down, and we're standing there. And the crews are working, and all of a sudden the guy operating the backhoe throws open the door, and he calls to the foreman. He goes, "We got another one. Get him over here." And the crew runs around. And I mean, these guys just play into it. They're like, "Come on, let's grab a shovel, man. Come on." And they were just, and it was kind of rainy, so they had on their high vis
jackets too.
So they were looking, like one on one. It was a really, really sweet moment. And then the next day, they're out working, and a guy comes up and he's got this bag, and he knocks on the door, and he goes, "Hey, happy Halloween! Want to give you guys this." We open it up, and it's 2 giant boxes of sidewalk chalk for the kids. And I was like yes. And so it was really, really sweet, and
that's awesome.
I was like, that's a great gift, because my kids have been watching you build a sidewalk for literally the past year and a half.
Yeah.
And they love sidewalk chalk, and so that was really, really sweet of those guys. Great crew, great.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Aww. I know. I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna cry. Oh my gosh."
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So
there we go. Sweet.
Yep. They're gonna be doing, and then they're gonna be doing some trick or treating around Dad's tonight. The park, the park right by us, did a drive-through trunk or treat last night, and apparently the wait to get in was like almost an hour. It was so
Ew.
at the city park. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of I don't know if we had one at the park. A lot of the churches did theirs drive-through outside this year.
Yeah.
Because one of my kids from last year came and talked to me after school Friday, said they were going to do that. Because it got rescheduled because it was going to be on Wednesday. But it has been like 30 degrees and rainy like all week this week. So because they were doing a drive-through outside, they rescheduled it for either, I think it was last night. So they moved it back so that it wouldn't be so terrible. But because they usually do theirs in like their church gym or whatever. But like they did it in a parking lot. So that's pretty funny. But they moved it back to do that. I can't believe it that long. That's crazy, though. What a wait.
It really was.
That's good, though, that many people wanted to come out and do that stuff. So that's kind of cool.
It is. And I was a little, after we organized this weekend, we're like, you guys can go down there because, you can just have fun. It's going to be a great weekend, play outside, go do all this stuff. And then I picked up the kids from school on Wednesday, and their teacher was like, oh, if you guys are in the area on Saturday, come by the house. We grill, and I have a taco bar this year and all this stuff. And I was like, what? Like, of course, I send my kids away and there's a taco bar that's going to be outside that I'm not going to be able to attend. Of course.
I mean, you can still go. Like,
well,
that'd be a little weird, but it'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, it might be a little weird, but
it's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, everybody, where are the kids? They're not here. I just want the tacos.
I just want the tacos. Okay, that's what.
Like, oh my gosh! A, how cool, and B, grumble, grumble, grumble.
Yeah, dang it. No one likes missing out on tacos.
No,
it's terrible.
No, it's never good. Really sad.
Aaron, did you finalize your Halloween costume?
Yes, I am. I sent a snapshot to Colin yesterday. I am a overly polite Midwestern serial killer.
What?
Where I am dressed in hunting waders, and I'm just like overly polite, but I was like a serial killer. Like just say oop a lot and be like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to kill you.
What? I don't. That's okay. It's a weirdly specific thing to be for Halloween.
Yeah, it was a mixture of duck hunting season is coming up here in Oklahoma.
I had my waders out anyway.
So I had to purchase some waders, and so
this is the break-in period.
Yeah, I was like, well, might as well. I mean, just go ahead and do it, I guess. So I went and did that. So just go ahead and take care of two birds with one stone. But yeah,
literally.
Literally. So that's kind of what I planned on, and am going to be coming up. So I was just like, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this and call it good. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be. We're still trying to come up with something. We might just might get dressed up and then just kind of like go out to eat somewhere, and then we'll come back. And there's a lot of kiddos in our little apartment complex area, so we might go get some candy and come back and chill and distribute. Yes.
Nice. What is Shelby going to dress as?
Yeah.
She is going to be dressed up as a Bratz doll. She has a shirt that literally says Bratz on it, and it's black and purple, and so she's gonna get dressed up, and we're gonna go see what mischief we can get into.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it was just So I'm excited. She's excited. It'll be interesting. It'll be great.
There we go.
So we'll go do that, and like I don't know where we'll go, if we'll go somewhere and hang out, or just enjoy the other festivities of people. But we'll go do that, and we'll it'll be a lot of fun. So
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm definitely excited. It was a long week of work, and I was like, must do something weird. Let's wear waiters out to a restaurant.
just
Perfect.
around.
Yeah.
I mean, is it that weird in Oklahoma though? Won't people just be like, "What's up? How's it going?"
That's normal. Yeah,
normal Oklahoma citizen. Like,
Hello, fellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
hello,
That's about,
fellow Okie. How's it going?
that's about right. That's
Guys,
that's a good legitimate reason there. So yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. At least I think so, anyways.
That's great. Well, there you go. That's very...
So yeah, we'll go do that, and just kind of have a chill day tomorrow of catching up on some work, or finishing some Halloween movies, and get ready for Thanksgiving. So.
Oh yes, the worst holiday. Boo. Thanksgiving. Boo.
Brandon's birthday.
More on that coming soon. Maybe not today on the Halloween episode.
No. Oh.
Wait till it gets a little closer. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Too much. But that's all the new stuff on our end, down here, anyways.
Nice. We're not really doing anything tonight at all. Shayna's got to work. She's wearing her work did let them wear costumes, so she is gonna pirate it up at the
right.
It works. So she's very enthusiastic about this. For some reason, she just decided that pirates is the way to go, and this is how it's going to be now. So this
it's not a terrible option. So
no, definitely not. But it's really funny and random, so it's okay. But
yeah, I was trying to think of past costumes, especially when we were little and growing up, and I don't remember a whole lot of them.
Yeah, I think I stopped dressing up after about 4th grade, maybe.
Really?
4th or 5th grade. After that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm done now. I don't really. Definitely by the time I was in middle school, I was pretty much over Halloween.
Sure.
I never really liked it that much anyway. Like, I was never just super into it. It was kind of fun whenever, some stuff. But, like, I was like, meh, whatever. I think we went once in high school because we went and trick-or-treated a bunch of our teachers' houses. But that was... I mean, a bunch of people did that. But it was just like, oh, I didn't dress up as anything like fancy. It was like, oh, I'm going to wear some like, we wore like 70s clothes, I think is what we did. Something like that.
Yeah.
So we didn't like really dress up so much as like just wear ridiculous things and then go trick-or-treating. I think that's what happened. Yes. But I was never really into it. I remember I don't know. When I was very young, there is a picture of me somewhere dressed as Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Like real. I'm talking like 5. I was a pirate once. I had a ninja costume one time.
Didn't Mom make us like porcupines?
No, she made you a porcupine because she definitely made me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume. That's right. I was Raphael, the best Ninja Turtle. That's right. Raph's the best. Fight me. That's what.
Hey, now.
I definitely remember one year I was a oh, dadgummit, what was it? I was a Mighty Duck.
Oh
And
yeah,
I had the little.
I
It
do
was
remember that.
the white outfit and everything. And yeah, I was totally a Mighty Duck, and I was awesome.
Perfect. I don't remember anything else. That I am pretty sure I was a ninja in maybe 3rd or 4th grade. I only remember that because that Halloween was freezing cold, and my costume was very not thick, and I was like, it's like I am now frozen to death in this dumb shirt. Oh my gosh, why? That's it's like, is it actually snowing right now? Maybe. Like it's terrible. I think that might be. I don't remember after that. Maybe I stopped earlier, but I remember those specifically. There could have been some more, but I'm pretty sure definitely by middle school I was like, no.
I definitely remember being Jar Jar Binks at school one time. I definitely remember being like some sort of SWAT person or like a police officer or something like that. And then definitely when I was older, aka in the last few years, I've always dressed up as something. But like what?
I remember when I was in middle school and high school, I would just tell people like, "What are you gonna be for Halloween?" I'd be like, "A pedestrian," like, or something like that. Like, or I'm a person at a grocery store. Look. Here I am. Like
I'm background person. I'm background man number 3 is what I would say.
Yeah, I would just say stuff like that because I was definitely not to it. Because even in high school, like it was still back in the day where it was okay, like schools, it was okay to wear your costume to school. Yeah. Like I remember high school, you could wear costumes but no mask. That was like the thing, right?
Yeah.
That was just the caveat: no masks, but you can wear whatever. So like a lot of my friends would dress up and all this stuff, or a lot of the girls dressed up as like weird stuff, and I was just like, no, I'm out. Like,
well, I do distinctly remember. I think it was my last year in college. I definitely bought some lederhosen and a Bavarian hat, and I showed up to my German history class wearing it, and I got some bonus points just because. Oh yeah, I definitely remember that. That was a lot of fun.
There you go. Not easily forgotten, I'm sure, for anyone involved.
Yeah, I walked in and
it's fine.
Well, I walked in. I remember it was Professor Lavery, and he's like, that's what we're doing today. I was like, yeah, am I cool?
You're like, yeah, it is. What's up?
Yeah. So I definitely remember him just kind of like looking at me and just having that look of defeat on his face. It's like, oh, this is what we're doing today. Like, hey, Dr. Lavery, how's it going? Yeah, that was me.
Okay. That's a bold choice, lederhosen in the middle of a college class. I gotta say.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only person dressed up. Like there was other people, but I was the only one cool enough to wear lederhosen.
Again, that's key here. Sure, they dressed up. You were the only one in lederhosen.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. What's up?
As you would be, right? Not really a.
Yeah.
I guess it would be more awkward if you showed up and there was like 12 of you.
All of us.
That's true. That would be more awkward. True. Like, whoa.
Wearing lederhosen, but
had the same costume idea.
Okay.
Weird.
But yeah, I just remember that was always that was the one day I was just like, should I buy lederhosen? I should, and therefore I did. Haven't looked back since. Nor did I ever need to.
I mean, I guess not. I mean, that's a step. Once you take it, you're not going back across that threshold, right?
Sure. I mean, you're not gonna be known as lederhosen guy. I mean, you do it one time, obviously.
Yeah, it sticks around forever, right? It's how it works.
But I definitely, I think it was like my first semester at NEO. As a fundraiser, we did a haunted house, into which I dressed up as a deranged clown, and we decorated the band room at NEO, and people paid like $5 or something, and they got to walk through it. And a lot of the other people in the band dressed up and had little stations or something like, and scare. I remember we raised a lot of money doing that, but that was a lot of fun. But I think it was like the last time I ever did anything crazy like that.
Yeah, even in I'm trying to think. I in high school I definitely went to several like Halloween parties, which was basically just like a bunch of people watching scary movies in the living room or garage, right? That was not really. It's like party. It's like the wrong word. When you think about high school parties, right? Not like one of those like early 2000s MTV house parties. No, it was just a bunch of random dudes, a bunch of random people, snacks in the living room. It's pretty awesome. But like, I don't think I dressed up to go to those either. Like my friends did. They definitely did, but I did not. I was like, whatever. I'm not. I'll go. I'll hang out or whatever. But like, I don't really know. Because, well, I don't know. I was never excited about like dressing up in costume. That was not a thing. I was like, meh, I don't care. I don't really want to do this. It's a lot of effort into something like with no payoff.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. So I was like, yeah, I'll hang out, watch movies. We'll do whatever. I'm not dressing up though. So like, I don't. It just wasn't appealing to me at the time, or still, to be honest. But like,
it continues.
Yeah, it continues. But even back then, when you're like, 16 and ridiculous, I was like, no, I don't think so. I'm out. I'm just here for the snacks because, like we talked about before, I don't really like scary movies either. But like, I'm here for the snacks though. But we can watch. I remember one. We definitely watched whichever Jason movie where he's in space and going. What
Jason,
on earth?
Like 9 or just
like X maybe?
Like
I don't know.
He's an X.
We watched that one year. I think that was the year it came out or something. We had it. It's like, what on earth is this nonsense? What is happening right now?
2001.
Yeah, it was that one.
Bizarre.
Oh, that doesn't even begin to describe that movie. That's what.
Would you?
This is a whole bunch of like, what? Why? How?
The 20% on Rotten Tomato.
That might be too high. I think the year before that, we definitely watched. What was it? 2 years? I don't remember. We watched the Blair Witch Project. It was one of them too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Different group of people, I think. But we watched that one. That movie just gives you motion sickness. Like, I can't see. Ow. Why? Why was this choice that you made to just shake the camera at all times? I know they're supposed to be scared, but my eyes, why?
Here's the image stabilization on this. Come on, guys. Yeah, I'm trying.
I mean, I know it was like, what was that, 99, 2000, something like that? I don't remember when that came out.
I'm trying to look at I'm pulling up a list of like the best horror movies, and I just, for some reason, King Kong from 1933 is listed on this list from Rotten Tomato, and I don't.
That's odd. It was definitely okay. So it was 99. So that would have been my freshman year. It's whenever it came out. We watched it at somebody's house. So it was either my freshman or sophomore year. Probably sophomore. But anyway, yeah, that was a weird one. Just because, like, that movie got, like, messed with people. Not because the movie was good or because the film work was good, but because, like, the marketing around the movie was so bizarre that I don't know if you guys remember this because you might have been too young, but like this was like early Wild West internet days, right? Because it was like the internet was only kind of a thing in 1999. So the weird thing about the Blair Witch Project was it was presented to you as a found footage movie, right? And the website for the movie was like this really janky website, and it was presenting it to you as a found footage movie, and that was the only information you could find about it anywhere.
Oh,
that was it. So there was a lot of people that were like, especially when it first came out, that were like, they like intentionally blurred the line between like real and movie. So a lot of people were like legitimately concerned that this was an actual thing that happened.
right.
I remember that was the whole point of the marketing, because it's movies like, I mean, horror movies make tons of money anyway, because you make them for like $7, you know, and this one especially because it's three people, the world's worst camera, and that's it. That's all. That's your budget. Boom, done. Like,
well, it really started I don't know if it started so much as it really set off that genre of extremely low budget, but they use that to their advantage to kind of blur those lines between documentary, not documentary.
Yeah.
Even Cloverfield, you know, continued that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely the first like found footage movie that I know about. Now, does that mean it's the first one? No. Okay, internet. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not an expert in this genre, as we discussed, but like, it's the only one. It's the first one I became aware of.
Sure.
You know, and it kind of, even if it existed before, it definitely put that genre on the map more. Of like, oh, hey, this is a thing. This is a deal that you do. So it's like a really weird, because that one's one. There's just there's other random ones that are like that are like the found footage thing, including that. There's one that's like really bad. I hear. I've never actually seen it. I don't know what it's called, but it's like so like brutal and like so extreme that they had to go to court and like produce the actors to prove that they didn't actually kill them. Like,
oh my god,
it was that one that was about
like a jungle or something, right?
So they did this found footage thing of like they found like a village of cannibals.
Yeah, it might just be called Cannibal or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And so it was a whole thing that people thought that this was like a legit movie, and they're like, no, we're actors. We're all fine.
Yeah, it's like so low budget and so like extremely graphic. That, again, I haven't watched it because that's definitely not my style. I'm not into that at all. But like, it's so bad like that they went to court and had to like produce the actors and say, look, they're not killed in a jungle somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was messed up.
Insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've heard about this. Never watched it. Not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like, the story is like, what? Why?
I have no interest in anything like that. You know, it just, I don't know. I have zero interest or need to see that kind of thing. So it just has zero appeal.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely not in the camp of like more gore equals scarier. Right? Some people are really into that. Cool, I guess, but that's not my scene for sure. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not watching that. Because, like, again, most horror movies I'm not into anyway because they're not necessarily great movies. They do have a budget of $7. Not saying that you can't make a good movie for low budget, right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying they often don't, and it's and.
Well,
he's like, okay, well, whatever.
I think at that point they're so worried about trying to make it scary that they lose like the plot, or they don't worry about the writing. They're just like,
there is no plot. Yeah, that's the problem, because I like storytelling. You know,
blood.
Yeah, I agree because I do like to watch movies and stuff for like story and stuff, and most of those don't have them. Now again, do some of them? Yeah, but I'm still not into that. Like interesting or like complex or scary. So it's just like, oh no, it's stabbing.
More.
Okay.
Or stabbing.
Woohoo. Or when they try to do it like more psychologically, but it's like so cringy and bad. Like, was it with the Boogeyman? I think I saw that movie once. Not good. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Even the psych ones can be touch and go too for me.
Yeah, just not into it. Not my bag. So, whatever. If you like it, go ahead and keep watching it. But they're not for me. Yeah.
Upset.
I'm good.
Oh man.
Pretty much. So what about next week? What you got going on next week there? Anything exciting? More dog sitting?
No. We have an election.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
It's true.
And
real quick on that. not on the national dumpster fire, but on like one of the things about elections that confused me greatly is why, like, I'm talking about local city county elections.
Okay.
I'm going to steer away from insanity land for a moment. I don't understand why I need a partisan ticket to elect the county coroner. Like, why is that a thing? Why do I have to be like, oh, the Republican coroner, the Democratic coroner? Like, does that title really affect their job that much?
Really?
Or like assessor? Like,
I have a lot of concerns, right?
Like,
I think I'd actually like my coroner to be apolitical. You know what? I don't care.
Oh, yeah, like it's very confusing. I don't understand why that. There's some positions that I'm like, is it necessary to be like a political position? Like, even things like county sheriff. I'm like, fired chief. Like, I don't know if these are like.
Well,
is that necessary? Is that a thing? Like, and
that does make it really hard when like you like, because like the politics like side or whatnot for the assessor or for the sheriff, like what, like, no thank you, all of these people need to be apolitical. But if you like somebody, you might not be able to vote for them because the other person who you want to vote for is on one side of the political aisle. So you've got to get that ballot, and all of a sudden you're like locked out, and you're like, what?
That's not fun. It's very weird.
I don't like that. Anyway.
It's really confusing. I don't know what assessor or like, definitely coroner. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Or it's like the people in the county office, like random county office clerk person that you have to elect. Like, why are you? I don't understand what your political affiliation has to do with your counting receipts. Like, I don't know. Like, what is that?
Like what I think we've talked about it on here. There's I forget what the title is, but basically all the person does is they do roads. They do county roads, and they are like, staunch Republican, I'll fix your roads. And I'm like, what? Like.
Like that.
I didn't even need to know. Like, what are you going to fix them better, or where's? I don't. How does that play?
Yeah, the other partisan issues of those parties, that the baggage they bring with them, not relevant to road district, right? Not helpful.
Yeah.
And I guess I know some people would argue that way about like the sheriff, right? But in my opinion, like, your job is not to make the law, is the sheriff.
No.
Right? You just like do sheriff things, right? You just so I don't really think you need a political association to run a jail or like give people a speeding ticket, right? Like,
your job is to execute it, right? Not like, it gets a little different when you're like electing a judge, right? And then
I mean, that's different. That's fair. I understand that. Right. That's okay.
Right. But it's like, okay, I don't know.
And like
It's
mayor and all that stuff. That makes sense. But
it
like
does. But it's just this extreme
assessor.
over politicization of absolutely every aspect. Just it really burns me up. So
Yeah, because it's like ambulance district person. You're like that. That's not. I don't need that, right? Like, what? Why would you put that on there? Why do you need to be one of those parties? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I don't. So that's always the thing I found really weird. Like, I don't understand, especially right now, because it's like it's that time where they're electing all the county positions as well.
Yeah,
and there's all this like just crazy stuff, and 75,000 signs everywhere for like county clerk. Like, what? Why do you like executive commissioner? Like, what? Why do you? What does that have to do with anything? I don't understand why that has to be.
Oh my
Like,
god. Yeah. It just that's a whole thing, isn't it? It just don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand a lot of things, especially at the national level anymore. I'm so.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to talk about that one, but I was going to.
I need to find my happy space for a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, so
I just don't understand why the office that talks about like land deeds and boundary lines needs to have a political association.
Oh, yeah,
like, what is that?
Please tell me in what possible way, right?
Yeah,
the scope of the work that you've been set out to do. How any affiliation would change that? But go ahead, please tell me. Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. Like.
That's all. That's the only exciting thing we've got going on next week. Right now.
Yeah. I got this really cryptic email on Friday about like whatever is supposed to happen on Monday. So it's really, I don't really understand. So a stage setting scenario. We do this thing called Late Start Monday. It's the bane of my existence. And I don't like it at all. But it's basically we start school at 9 o'clock.
Why?
Right. Because I still have to get there at the same time, but that hour between when I would normally be there and when it's like 9 o'clock, I think, is like scheduled, set aside district learning team meeting time.
Oh,
right. So every week on Monday, mine is a little bit different because the 6th grade is weird in my school. But like, for example, like the 5th grade teachers, every Monday they have an hour carved out that they have to sit and talk about their like learning stuff.
Okay. Right.
Whatever their standards, their action plans, all that stuff. All those weird buzzwords that we like to talk about. Right. I go every week and talk to, because I'm 6th grade is a weird land, right? We don't, because all the K5 meets with grade level teams, right?
Okay.
6 through 12, because we're at a small school, it's all one big building, meets with content teams. So like I go and meet with the 7th, I meet with the other science teachers that teach 7th and 8th grade and high school. And we talk about science things.
Sure.
And then sometimes I go visit the history people because they talk about history stuff, right? And all the math department like meets together. Mm-hmm. So a few years ago, they departmentalized the upper grades to do that. So that's what we do every Monday. Sometimes we have district staff meetings it's like, well, we have an hour in the morning. We'll have a school-wide staff meeting thing, mm-hmm. Right? Whatever. Monday, I got an email that said, be in your classroom. Instructions will be emailed Monday morning. What? What is that? What does that mean? What the heck? I have no idea what that is. That was it. That was all there was.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what is that? What does that mean?
That is.
Are we going to do like a thing? What's happening?
Sounds like a hostage situation almost.
Yes, I don't know. It's very weird. I have no clue what's going on happened on Monday morning.
Show up at the bus stop. You'll receive more instruction then.
It's a little mysterious. Yeah, I don't know. It's very bizarre.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's probably like some weird thing. We're gonna have to like watch a thing, and we're just gonna watch it on there. Or I don't know if we're gonna have to do some sort of like remote in deal or something.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Mysterious mysteries. Just email from the principal being like, "Do this." Like, what? Okay. I don't know what that means, but all right.
Sounds really ominous. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be
Airman, what about you?
I mean, besides a lot of work, I got a lot of cases I got to close for next week. So it's mostly just documenting and typing stuff. So that's honestly all I got next week. And I don't have a lot of anything planned at the moment. It's just it's a lot of typing. I have so much I have to do. I don't want to, but I have to.
sorry.
But
Story.
But no, that's about all I got. Like I said, duck season's coming up. Not next week, but the week after, and so got to start planning for that. But other than that, I got nothing interesting. Sorry.
No,
That's all right.
You need those weeks every now and then.
It's true.
Go.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy y'all's evening. Getting candy or not candy or whatever.
All of the candy, yes.
Yeah.
Getting all of the candy. Sorry. Oh, and we'll talk again soon.
All right.
Sounds good.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.